So nice to see you. You smell so good. My God.
Yeah, it's all me.
Yeah. Well, we just had, an hour, 90 minutes ago, we had Haley Atwell up here at the table.
I know, I'm just trying to catch up with her.
Have you seen her? You haven't seen her?
I haven't seen her yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
She should be down there signing, because I'm assuming you're going back to the signing table.
Yes.
So you'll look up with her.
I know, we haven't run into each other yet.
Yeah, but we had a great conversation with her, and of course we were talking about the show and why it hasn't been renewed and so on, and the possibility of some sort of gelling between the creation of S.H.I.E.L.D., because obviously she's responsible for the creation of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Exactly.
Yeah. How have you been?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I did she mention that it might go to another network at all?
No,
At this point?
she has
Not?
been signed to do Conviction, which is another series on ABC,
So
of
that
course.
doesn't look too good.
At a 10 o'clock hour, well, she said she could take the Captain America formula and do Agent Carter on the weekends, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Just combine it, so we'll see.
She's so badass.
No, you're badass. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. How is everybody here in Orlando?
Okay, we have the questions are going to be set up
Already?
on either side. Yeah, they're all lined up on both sides of the room at those two things there. But we'll go ahead and get this rolling so
Okay.
we can conclude here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Dr. Gary Jackson, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I wanted to ask you, what was it like voice acting with Eddie Murphy? He seems like the guy that would try to throw you off or get you out of character, so I always wanted to do it.
Okay, here's the sad truth. I have never met Eddie Murphy. Is that not amazing? Not that we don't like each other or anything. It's just that's how animation voice works. It's individually done, and the producer and the writers are in the room with the reader. And I spent all my time alone in a sound booth just recording my lines, and somehow they're able to seamlessly edit all of it together. So I'm sure if I had it, I know what? I'm sure if I had a chance to meet with Eddie, he probably would be someone I could like get along with or kick his ass.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just end every answer with kick his ass.
And I'll be over there. Okay. Because you do kick a lot of ass in agents, which means I can never date you. You realize that?
How come? You know you like it. I've heard. You know what? This is what happens with 2 hours of sleep. I'm so sorry. I get even worse with my innuendos. And just play along. Play along.
I'm so sorry you didn't have any sleep.
I like it.
Yeah. Makes you anxious, you know?
Yeah, makes you like really goofy.
Yeah, oh, not really.
It's just not nay at all, right?
Totally serious, yeah. It's nice to know you're actually not completely like me, other than the kicking ass part.
No, May is like the antithesis of who I am. I'm such a good actor. They should frickin' give me the Emmys, every one of them.
All right,
All right, I gotta stop. Okay, here we go.
The humble Ming Na hi.
Hi, I'm Ming Na. I'm a very big fan. All the way back from when you were on Mulan, of course, ER.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We're like best friends.
In fact, your Mulan character was very inspirational for me when I was a teenager. The whole character. She's my favorite Disney princess.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes. My question is, working with Joy Luck Club was, and you being Asian, did that have any, your character, was that anything to do with your you and your mom growing up type thing?
Oh, completely. In fact, when I was on a beach somewhere reading The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan, I think I was in my early 20s, and it astounded me to read something that had such an impact on my life because it made me feel like I wasn't alone in being Asian American. Because being Asian American, a lot of times you feel like a foreigner, or you're made to feel like a foreigner in this country, and at the same time, I'm dealing with the usual generational gap you have with your parents, but because they're such immigrant parents and, you know, spoke broken English and all that, I had a cultural gap with them as well. And it was just so refreshing to find that, you know, I wasn't the only one that was experiencing it. So.
Thank you.
And I'm sure, you know, a lot of immigrants, because you know, America is built on immigrants, that we all have had similar experience, and that's why that movie is so universal.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because different years was a family type movie, but when Roots came out for, you know, my culture and whatever, that kind of opened us and, you know, made us realize that, oh, okay.
History.
Sure, it's history. And history to be proud of.
Absolutely.
So far it's not to be so, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure. Okay, hi.
Hi, my name is Cassidy, and I wanted to know your favorite memory on the set of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Like it was so long ago. Let me think. My favorite memories. I think it was gosh, there's so many. You know, every day I go to work and I feel so lucky to be playing in the Marvel sandbox and to play such a badass character. Gosh, I would have to say when I was on the first day on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it was my first day in creating this character, wearing, you know, her outfit, and it was very, very exciting, and I was sick as a dog. So it you know, really brought out like this need to survive and need to like barrel through no matter what and complete my mission. So that
What were you suffering from? You had flu?
Oh, I had such a bad, my voice was like that. Everything I said was like this. And we actually had to ADR, which is looping, like read voice. I actually had to redo a lot of those lines from day one.
Wow, okay. Is that good?
Thank you.
Does your sister have a question? That's your sister, right? Yeah, I met you guys. She doesn't have a question, right? No? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Brandon, and I'm a huge fan. I love the Mulan movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Those are the only two things I watched that you're in, so.
That's it.
Well, what's wrong with you? I mean, everybody else in this room has seen everything. No. I'm being really silly, I know. Listen, that's fantastic.
So how is it different between just voice acting and acting as a character?
There's really no difference, except that, like I said, you just act with yourself in a way, and it's almost like a one-woman show a lot of times. But in creating the character and being the character, it all has to come from the heart. It all has to come from some genuine place so that it is conveyed in the voice. You know, when I'm in front of the camera, it's great because, especially with May, she doesn't say a lot. So, in that sense, she really wouldn't be a good animated character. But, you know, it's all conveyed in her eyes, and so that's one of the difference. And the great thing about doing voice work is that I never have to worry about how I look. I don't have to worry about if I have a pimple on my face or if I'm a little bloated that day, and I just, you know, and I don't have to work as hard in the fight scenes. So, there's those differences.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Alyssa.
Hi, I have a question.
weights and stuff, how you see. Because when I go to the gym, I need about 5 ponytails and a handful of hairpins. And your hair is always down. And I'm like, I would be running into things.
Oh, I do. You just edit those out. No, you know what? You learn the neck flip really well. It's it's all like the Vidal Sassoon look. Because the funny thing is, the stunt people actually have to fight with the hair in their face, so you don't see. And I have to fight where if the hair is in my face, I have to go like that. I have to do a whole Vidal Sassoon flip. So you perfect that after a while, depending on where the camera is. That's a funny question.
I totally get it. I kind of have.
You have that same problem. I know, isn't it? Let's do it together.
Hey, all right, talk to my barber. Hey, hi.
Hello, I'm Deanna. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you, Deanna?
You're gonna love me in a second. I don't have a question, I have a compliment for you. Thank you for showing us that women can be beautiful and amazing and strong and not need a prince to come and kiss them and wake them up because I have my own damn sword and I can save myself.
Okay, Deanna, you're scaring us.
Thank you so much for that. And putting it as a shield, you're just amazing and beautiful and strong, and thank you so much for showing us that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, it's it's an absolute pleasure. So thank you so much for saying that. Having a daughter of my own right now, it is wonderful how television and movies are embracing more and more this strong female character as the central character, as opposed to the femme fatale that has to be saved. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's funny how everyone looks to May when, Shield gets into trouble, it's like, well, who do we send in?
And then I'm like, me again? I'm so tired.
Let Daisy do it.
Yeah, she's got the superpower. I know that's the only thing I'm jealous about with people with superpowers, the characters, because all she has to do is look really badass and cool doing this.